channel. My channel. My content. My channel. My content. My channel. My content.
Happy Monday. How you doing, Craig?
Happy Monday to you, Billy. Doing good.
Like always, we'll do a sound check, audio check. Well, sound check. I always do that. Sound check, audio check. It's the same thing. Audio and video check. So let's see. And once that pops up, and while we're waiting, welcome to Mutations Creations, my channel, my content. Ta-da!
In the first minute.
Yeah, look at that. We're learning after years. 100 shows in, we're finally getting it done. But next week we'll fuck up, you know. Just how it rolls. Let's see. Back to the comments. Sounds and looks good. Awesome. All good. Thanks, guys. Ed, thank you. So here we are. Number one, Virgil. What's up, Billy and Craig? Hello, chat. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Right back at you. I had a little bit of a busy weekend and got some stuff done. Not as much as I wanted, but something a little bit's better than nothing. And then here, Stefan says, second is better than third. Laugh out loud. Happy Monday, Billy, Craig, and chat. Hope all is well. Right back at you. My man, Ed, number 3. Happy Monday, everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. All the way from UK. How you doing, buddy? We got Lone Wolf in the house. Nikki, what's going on? Nikki and Kurt from Irresistible. RO is in the house. Look at that new logo. Looks good. Sammy, what's up, guys? What's up, Billy? Be on the boat by 5 o'clock in the morning. Happy Monday. I am headed to go fishing, deep fishing for blackfish. So I'll be watching you and driving. Oh, wow. That's one thing that I've seen. I've never done it. Have you ever went marlin fishing?
Never have.
Looks fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, looks amazing.
Sitting in a chair, strapped in, it's like, you know, crazy. Yeah. It's just nuts. Yeah. These things fly out of the water. It's just nuts. It's got to be. I'm going to put that on my bucket list. Something that I just have to do or try or at least experience, even, you know, because it just looks crazy.
Yeah, looks amazing.
You know, got to work those pipes a little because, you know. But that's pretty.
Yeah, my idea of exercise is adjusting the microphone.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, there we go.
Especially lately, I've been sick. Was sick all weekend.
It's because you're going to, you know, to all the expos and enjoying everybody and shaking hands and talking. Yep. You know, see, I'm not sick, but I don't enjoy all the fun that you get. It's a trade-off, right?
It is a trade-off. My voice is starting to come back, though. I still sound like a kid learning how to play the clarinet.
Fred's in the house. What's going on? The Pie Man, like always. And Blue Zombie Morphs. What's going on? Happy Monday. Mitzi's in the house. Hello, always. Thank you for always popping in. 217 Will. Lucky's Pythons in the house. Sophia Hansen. Look at that. Number 1 supporter. Nick, what's up, everyone? Hey, Billy and Craig. Hope you're all doing well and enjoyed your weekends. Well, Craig's trying to, you know, he did what he had to do. When you're sick, you can't really enjoy it. You just want to get through it.
Yep.
So, little bit of everything. Saunders. Patrick, what's going on? Paul, not top 3, but I'm here. Happy Monday, everybody. Let's get out. Let's get our learning on. Well, the R's beside the T. I get it. Gigi's in the house. What's up, guys? Hope all is well. Kevin from Sugar Skull. It's been a while. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Kevin.
Ryan says, wasabi. Rob's from the Barnes Family Pies. Courtney, how you doing? Hope all is well. My man Chad, evening gang, hyperspace in the house. Oh, here we go. Question for you, Craig. Did your shirt come in? Sugar Skull.
I haven't seen it yet, Kevin. I don't know what the deal is.
I got mine. Speaking of shirts, here's mine today.
Awesome.
Strange Creations. You know what's funny is like this is an XL where it used to be sort of snug on me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like even my shoulders, it's like, you know,
You're ready for large. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, extra large now. I mean, I can't believe I used to fit in these like a glove. Now they're so big on me. It's crazy. It's like, wow, you know, I mean, just like, look at this thing. It's massive on me. Before, so it's crazy.
It's like a moo-moo.
But yeah, I'm you know, it's good. I've, you know, kept off the weight, lost the weight and kept it off and enjoying it. And now I get to, you know, even now all my Mutation creation shirts that I order, I'm on I get all mine printed and stuff through a company called Printful. And every month I get to order 3 at a discount. And now I'm ordering larges because I swim in them in the extra larges. So slowly but surely rebuilding. Keys. What's good, Billy and Craig? Billy, do you celebrate Thanksgiving? And if so, what's your favorite dish? Same for Craig. What's his favorite dish? We celebrate our Thanksgiving a month before you. So my favorite dish, I guess, just related to Thanksgiving, I like my turkey. I like stuffing. I like gravy, mashed potatoes. I don't really do the cranberry, but and I do pumpkin pie. I like it.
Me too. That's my top dish, pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Pumpkin pie. As long as it's done well. I've had some pumpkin pie where it's like, sort of suspect, you know? So, yeah. Jason, Morph Mixology. What's going on? How you doing? Jason in the house. Brian in the house. This guy's first. Okay. Be Shane Kelly. These balls and exotics. 219. Massey in the house. Yep. Canadians do their Thanksgiving in October. Yep. So he's pointing it out. Hey, Billy, is your Patreon not currently accepting new members? Not that I know. I'm pretty sure. If there's an issue, let me know. But you should be able to just go and log in. And not sure. But what's cool, they did finally. So it's been almost a year, and they finally released it like a week or so ago. So now because people would always ask me, hey, Billy, you know, can I try your Patreon? And let you know, and I'm like, I don't have any authority to it. It has to go through a credit card. Just like if I wanted to give somebody, and that's why I never did, but I will do moving forward. You know, if I did a raffle or, hey, you know what, I can do this. I can give, you know, somebody 6 months or a month for free or a year's, you know, of my Patreon. You can't because it had to be paid because it's not my site. I go through there and I have to, you know, work with all their terms and policies and stuff like that. And you weren't able to gift anybody a membership or a month or a year or whatever at any. So it's like, wow. And I don't really want to give out the same password to the same people using it. It sort of defeats the purpose. And so they finally came out with that last week. So it's like, yes. So not only that, even people on Patreon can gift card people memberships as well. So it's like, cool. But it's been like a year. So big shout out to Stan, Sea of Serpents. So he was like, don't worry, it's coming. I know it's coming because they told me it's, you know, and finally it's like 6 months or 7 months later. I'd have to sit there and go, here's the link to this. Here's the link to that. Finally, I'm like, here you go. Full access for a year, buddy.
Nice.
So, and I did that maybe a week or so ago. So I believe the Patreon, I mean, go to the link in the description below. And not only the Patreon, Husbandry Pro, also all Craig's info. And if you are looking, Unicity as well. It's all in the description, link below. And while I'm talking, I'm going to go here and put up Husbandry Pro up in the corner. Bam. And I might as well put the banner here. Fancy. Endless in the house. Let's see. Where are we? Clint, Genetic Fusion. Hey, how's it going? Audio and video are good. Awesome. So where are we? Tripping Balls. What's up, everybody? Craig and Billy going to hit us with some wisdom tonight. We're going to try.
If I'm supposed to come up with wisdom, I'm going to need more of this super cough syrup.
You use the Buckley's or anything like that, or did you get special like
purple drink? Lean.
Purple drink.
Yeah.
What's up, Scott and Jordan? Jolly in the house. Oh, Exotic World of Geckos. What's going on? Big D's pythons and geckos. Who else we got in here? Who else? High Coast. Hey, holla back, girl, Billy. Yeah, so when we were in High Coast Reptiles, if you do not follow them, you have to. They're from Sweden, and they have a crazy collection. It's awesome. I was able, when I was in Europe, to spend I guess 5 days, almost a week, probably a week with them. And we had some good times in the car late at night going home. So what's this? Oh, that's just D's giving everybody, all my homies. Speaking of homies, look at this guy. Andrew, Powerhouse. Happy Monday. On my way home from FedEx, sending out some snakes to people. Good for you.
I hope they know they're coming. That's all I got to say. He's been known. He's been known to send them. Just send them.
It's like, I got a package of snakes coming. Who's that? What the hell? What are all these things? I didn't order any of these. Who sent this to me? So that's one way to lighten your load, eh? Just send random snakes to random people, so you don't have to. No, don't do that. I'm not.
No. That's very bad.
Very bad. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it has been done before. So there's Anos. How you doing, my man? Hope all is well. Oh, look at this guy. Balls and strikes in the house. What's going on?
What's up, Troy?
Troy is here. Awesome. Good to see you in here. What else? Blue Tongue. Good morning from Australia. Happy Blue Tongue morning. Here, 11:05 a.m. It's crazy. Thank you for popping on. Royal Temptations in the house. And like always, any topics or any questions, throw in the chat. We will eventually get to them. We're getting better and better. Hugh and the fam. What's going on? How you doing, buddy? Hope all is well. Back surgery was at 7:30 this morning. So get to be lazy and drugged up watching MCMC. Wow. Hope, obviously, it went well because you're here watching. Hope you're not in too much pain. But, being lazy and drugged up, it's almost like what you're doing, Craig, except you got to work. You can't be lazy.
Yeah.
You're just drugged up on cough syrup or on the purple. And, so hope all's well, Brian. Let's see. Billy, has anyone ever stolen one of your newly created morphs and then name them as something else? Seems to happen a lot here. No, actually. What if you can give us an example? We'll in the chat. But yeah, that sucks if that is happening. It's not cool. Andrew talking about the shirt XL. I remember 3rd grade. Oh, fucking guy. Andrew is a big boy.
He really is.
Yeah.
I offered him a 3XL. He's like, no.
Nope. When we had the custom hoodies that I got, the HUSBANDRY.PRO ones with when I got everybody's name and stuff on them for all you guys for the Patreon top 2 tier. Right. And the biggest they make is 3XL. Yeah, it ain't gonna work. So him and Bear, I got to do something super special for. Yep. So, I might have to call Umar, the tent maker, and see if he can throw something together for these fucks. Jesus. But yeah, it's like, no. So let's see. Yeah, Ryan, people steal morphs and rename them. That's fucking crazy. It is. Stephen and Courtney, Leviathan in the house. What's going on, guys?
Great to see you.
Nick says, what's up, guys? Glad to catch the live tonight. Been missing out. Glad you're here. Pecan pie for the win. You know what? I don't mind it, but it's pumpkin pie is great. Not good, is great if it's smothered in Cool Whip. 100%. Even a la mode. I don't mind like a vanilla on the side as well.
There you go.
But pecan pie, it's
pretty good.
It is, but I definitely got to go pumpkin over pecan. That's just my preference. Thank you, Robinson. Robinson Exotic Reptiles. I am starting some footage on some things for YouTube. I had a conversation briefly earlier today with the person that is now going to edit and put the videos together. So it's coming soon. Carter's Coils in the house. Good evening. Zivs, what's up? Good evening, everyone. Hope you all had a wonderful day. Right back at you. So Gigi says, if you're not in the Patreon, you're truly missing out. It's amazing, and the group of folks in it is all family. It's the best investment we've had. Oh, it's so kind.
Glad to hear that.
It's definitely something that, I'm proud to have started, and it's been great. I know it's helped many people. Some people are on and off, and they come back, or, they get what they need and they leave. But whatever they can get from it, I truly believe it will help them, in many ways moving forward. But we do have a great family. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, it's something that when I first started it, I just wanted to give info and help people and try to, instead of being on the phone with 10 people a week, pretty much saying the same thing over 10 different times. I was like, let me just put it in one place and I can send hundreds of people to it. And if they don't understand bits and pieces, I can chat with them about certain things. Cause my time is, I never have enough of it. And, when I did put it together for that purpose to try to get as much information and help as many people as possible, I never thought that we'd have like a chat group that, supports each other. And we, we've had a lot of crisis and we've all come together for each other. And it's just amazing. Like, it's just awesome. And it is like family. I mean, I spend more time in talking to you guys than I do my own family. So it is. It's awesome. So, but it's only as great as the people in it too. So that's for sure. Wise guys in the house. Codex, what's up? Grim Reapers, how's everyone doing? Okay. Ready? Oh, Andrew. Hello, Billy from Nebraska. Thanks, George. Batter up. What's up, Aaron? Mitzi's just giving all the love to everybody. Craig, you have a package at your house.
See what I mean?
Oh my God. Don't go get it, Craig. Return to sender.
They're all going to be a bunch of normals that are triple het for normal.
You might even get a quad in there. You might have to test for it. John Blackrock Balls. Oh, Justin, what's going on? Justin Crediballs, how are you? Let's see. Boza in the house. Boza.
What's up, Aaron?
Oh, Pete. Look at this. Garden State. How you doing, man?
Hey, Pete.
That logo stands out all the time. Every time I see it.
Yep.
It almost looks, you know what it really looks like to me? It looks like a university or college football team, you know, like,
yeah,
you know
like
what I
the
mean?
Boston Celtics or something.
Yeah. You know, it's like, speaking of football, it's the Cowboys are going to get pummeled tonight, I think. All the Cowboy fans are like, fuck you, Billy. No, they're not. How about the KC takedown by the Bills? Oh, I love it. It was such a good game. Such a good game. And my Packers, man, we were going to lose. But he puts his hand up on the 3-point, tips it, doesn't go through the uprights. Packers win. Yeah. It's a good weekend for me so far. Good weekend. So take this one away, Craig.
Question for Billy or Craig on a subject most people don't like to talk about. Do you guys do anything to preemptively deal with mites versus waiting to see them and be reactionary? I think it depends on what we're doing. So, for instance, I get preventative when I'm about to take animals to a show, and I get preventative when they come back from the show. But other than, and I watch quarantine very carefully. And in quarantine, I do reactionary. And doing that, I haven't had to deal with mites since the first time I got them 5 years ago. Awesome.
So I do the same thing as you with animals coming into the collection, but with shows, I bring them right back. I don't do any spray or anything like that. I never have. Our shows here, it's usually the same people, the breeders. You don't really get that here. It's not like a show where anybody just shows up. Tables here are expensive. And you know, people bring their A game all the time. So that's one thing about, you know, I can say about our Canadian show, or at least the one here in Toronto. It's at a big event, an event center, the International Center, and never had an issue. But that's something that I don't do. But, you know, anything, you can't be too careful. You know, I could have just been lucky, or, you know, but it'd be that one time where it's like, fuck, look at this. My God, why didn't I? You know, right. It's like alarms. You know when people buy alarm systems after they get robbed. That's just a fact.
Yeah, and I will say
I don't need it.
The drastic measures people take are in direct proportion to how bad they've been burned in the past, for sure.
Yeah. So, you know, but the thing is mites, it happens, you know, it's not the end of the world. You just have to treat them and do it right, and use the right product, and stay on it, and realize that some of these egg mite eggs, you know, can stay dormant for several months. So just because you don't see the black ones moving on, oh, I think I'm good. And then you start putting cocoa or bedding back in, and then raising the humidity. And next thing you know, the eggs hatch, and you have more than you know, a lot more than you had when you first saw them. So, but everybody has their own way of handling, intake snakes out. And,
That's right.
you can never be too careful, right?
Some people don't allow visitors.
100%. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Monarch or Ultramel? I prefer Ultramel. That's mine.
Mine too, although I really like Monarch. I just don't have it.
A1, I always say A1 stands out. I always say it. It's like, I'm getting really dyslexic. Exotic A1 pets. A1
That's
exotics.
Santos.
No.
How you doing, buddy?
But I always say A1 first. Even though exotic is clear as day in front of it, it's like, I don't know. I'll get on that one, Santos. I'll work on that. No promises, but I will work on it. Let's see. The tent maker for the Sasquatch. Oh, my God.
After the pumpkin pie, I might be there too. So we'll see.
Yeah. Codex. Thank you, sir. Let's see. What's this? I was a longtime pumpkin is king guy, but I've switched to sweet potato pie.
Now, that is a valid lateral
What
move.
the hell, sweet potato pie? Is it pie with sweet potato in it?
Yeah, instead of pumpkin, and it's
Really?
great. Yeah, it's great. It's a thing in the South.
Yeah, I've heard that sweet potato pie, but I mean, I thought it was just a saying. So you actually take sweet potato and mix it all up and put it in a pie?
Yep.
No shit.
It's
good. My God. I didn't know that. I have never, ever had sweet potato pie. Wow. Here's another thing for the bucket list. It's
not that different, actually. It's just a different take on it.
Sort of, it have very similar taste, but I still think I'm the pumpkin. I like that little kick. Wow. It's crazy. So Courtney says, if I breed 2 males to 1 female and wanted to know what genes were floating around, would you suggest testing the adults or just testing the babies? For your information, there are 7 babies. Okay, let me grasp this. If I bred 2 males to 1 female, okay, so who's your daddy? And I wanted to know what genes were floating around. Would you suggest? So if you ever are going to breed 2 different animals or more to 1 female, make sure that they are totally distinguishable between each other. And what I mean by that is, say, for example, you have, I'm just going to throw some genes out, Orange Dream Pastel Clown, and then I have an Orange Dream Pastel Pied, and you're going to breed it to an Ultramel to make double hets. Well, guess what? You're not going to know if they're double het or if they're double het Ultramel Pied or they're double het Ultramel Clown, because you've got OD and Yellow Belly there. So, so if you're going to breed, for example, if I'm breeding a combo pied to an animal and it has pastel Enchi Yellow Belly, I'm going to put a super form of something like a super OD so that I know if everything comes out OD, I know what it is. There was no OD in the other animal. There was pastel Enchi Yellow Belly. So I know which one's which, because you can get a dual sired clutch. So both those males that you put in could come out in the hatchling. So you could have from the 7 babies, 3 from one dad, 4 from the other. Now, it's really, really key when you're working with recessives, because, you can visually see the genetics and give your best, guess of what genes you're visually seeing, but you don't know if it's het pied, het clown, then you'd have to test. So when pairing multiple animals to 1 female, make sure they have different genes or one is a super form. So that way there's no questioning who the dad is or which dad is of which baby. Anything to add on that, Craig?
Yeah, the problem with testing the 7 babies is it's that you got to know what to test for, and each gene is a test.
Yeah, it's expensive.
You know, it's
probably not
expensive.
worth it.
It's better to know what the parents are so that you have a good shot at IDing the babies.
Yes.
But yeah, if you're in a situation where you don't know which are hets, then Billy, is it an okay solution to just test 1 or 2 of the babies and do a panel on them, or is it or test for one of the recessives? Like, for instance, if one of the males was a clown and the other was a pied, and there was no clown or pied in the babies, for example.
I think you'd have to test for them all, especially because you don't know which male's what. Like, you'd have to.
It's possible for both males to have babies in the clutch, right?
Right. So if you had a clown and you had a pied, right, with similar genes, then you could test everything for pied. And if it didn't come out for pied, it would have to be clown, or opposite. I wouldn't suggest paying for pied and clown, because it has to be one or the other, right?
Right.
So you could do it that way, process of elimination. But you really, really want to breed an animal that is separate. You know, you can tell regardless, because or just don't breed. Don't do Who's Your Daddy. Back in the day, Who's Your Daddy was like, you know, oh my God, I got 4 males going in. It's like a surprise. I'm like, nowadays it's like the biggest headache. Like, fuck no. But you know, everybody did that.
The challenge is, if you don't really know what's in the males to begin with, they're probably not really valuable males. And therefore, the babies are probably not going to be really valuable either. And therefore, it's difficult to justify testing them.
Correct.
So
good point.
it's kind of it's a tough situation.
I mean, by spending a lot of money, you're going to find out what you got, but you might not recoup some of those funds. So
yeah.
Here we go. Nothing like hot apple pie with some whipped cream or soft churned vanilla ice cream.
Here we go.
Yep. Blueberry pie is another I like on occasion. I love key lime pie as well. Key lime pie is one of my favorites.
Yeah, we got some votes for that in the chat for sure.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about key lime pie. It's not crushable. Like, you can't sit down and eat a whole key lime pie. It's just too much.
Yes.
But you could go sit down and eat a whole pumpkin pie.
Lemon meringue is one of those things. You can have a lot of it's too tart. You can have, I could probably kill half of it, but then I'm like, I can't. But pumpkin, even blueberry and apple, I can crush the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so true. But yeah, you do need the a la mode. You need the fucking ice cream on the side, or the whip. I always get it both, the whip and the ice cream. I just, you know, awesome. Michael, man, what's going on? Blackheart, Exotics, Canadian in the house. Okay, Exotic A1 Pets. Look at that. Got it. Boom, first try. How do y'all feel about varied diet? Instead of only rats, mice, ASFs, it being a little bit of everything: rats, mice, ASF, chickens, quail, hamsters, etc., etc. So feeding is a different prey item. So myself, I've done rats, mice, ASF. I have tried quail. Thing is I don't get quail live. It's frozen. And it's just, for me, with the amount of animals I have, it's a pain in the ass to thaw stuff out and make sure they're there. And just, I don't have the time for it. But I do. I haven't done it in a while, but I do everything ASFs. I prefer ASFs as my number one meal for ball pythons. There's nothing I do not like about them. My animals are growing. They're doing amazing. This year too, I'm going to see, compared to last year, I think I'm going to get bigger clutches because I know other people have. They just grow better. Everything about it is amazing. But for my breeder females, and I've done this about 5 months ago, I ordered a bunch of weaned to small rats, like 500 of them. And I just gave them, all my adults a big meal of rats compared to the ASFs. A little bit more fat content, and it's, to change it up. And guess what? Following, 2 weeks later, they're back on ASFs. And I'm probably going to do that more I'm going to try to do it every 2 months. Just order, 500 or 400, depending on how many females I have breeding this year, and just give them an extra, not an extra meal, but a different varied diet. And I've done that before where I fed mice. 2 weeks later, I fed rats, and then I fed ASFs, and I would switch back and forth. I did that for over a year. 95% of the animals will eat whatever, especially if they're hungry. Every 2 weeks, they will eat. All these people, oh, if you give it an ASF, it'll never go on anything else. That's such bullshit. It really is. So, but I do think that, in the wild, they're not just getting one type of prey. They're getting whatever. They're opportunistic eaters. If there's a bird there, there can be, I don't have any backing behind it, but it sort of makes sense. I mean, for me, feeding rats, mice, and ASFs, they eat and they grow and they poop. So I don't know if it would add anything but it's not going to hurt.
As a practical matter, it's difficult for me. And I try to keep lots of different frozen feeders on hand because I have lots of different species. But the challenge is that you have to have production to do it. So the larger your collection is, the harder it is to do it. And now you've got to say, well, I've got my optimized, inexpensive feeder system going where
up and running and
where it spits out the right amount that I need and all that. And that is constantly moving. So now if I decide that I want to feed something else, I have to buy that something else, or I have to be producing both.
Yeah,
and that means you're less cost effective when you're doing both, because you got to tune to one or the other. If you're tuning to both, well, I get it. Some people do, but anyway,
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and I don't know that the benefit is there to have that be like one of your core ideas. Is it okay to do? Sure. Is it beneficial?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't have any studies. All I know is for over a year, I did mice, ASFs, and rats. Mostly rats, then ASFs, and then mice once in a while.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any issues, blah, blah, blah. But that's a good point that Craig brought up, is now I'm fully efficient and running ASFs. So now if I do order, I'm paying someone else to bring them in. And that weekly production doesn't just stop. I'm still going to have.
Now you have an extra.
Now I have extras, but which isn't bad because I can always feed certain sections or double feed, because I do things every 2 weeks. So now I can feed something. Oh, let me give it a week and then take a week off, or you can change it up. But it's a very good question. I don't think it'll hurt, but I don't know. I don't have any science behind it. Yes, it's way better for them. I don't know, but all I know is I have changed. I don't know about chickens. I know hamsters have been used, but I don't know if you just fed hamsters. I don't know if they're too fatty or not lean enough, or I'm not sure. But to change it up once in a while, sure. I don't think it hurts at all. Anybody else have anything to put into this? Throw it in the chat as well. It's a great topic. Joe, what's up, my man? What's going on? Jason's in the house. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
The Patreon's family. Billy's the crazy uncle.
At least he's never the drunk uncle, but he's the crazy uncle.
So Royal Temptation's got a breeding question. Have a 4-year-old virgin GHI pastel TSK Xanthic girl I'm ready to pair. I have a male Enchi ODYB pied het clown boy who is 1.5 years old. He's the backup. Continued. Oh, there we go. I have a black pastel Enchi DG pied het clown I prefer to use, but he's only 10 months old and 500. It definitely is a better male DG pied het clown compared to just a pied het clown. So you'd be making triple hets, 50% het clowns. So he's a year and a half old. So Enchi ODYB pied. The only thing is because there's Enchi, if you just got an Enchi animal in that clutch. Oh, and there's a black pastel Enchi. So if you got just an Enchi, you would have to test to see if it was the triple or just the double. But everything else would be a go. Because if you got like
you're only testing for clown.
Well, no, if you got an Enchi, if an Enchi came out, just a single gene Enchi,
yeah,
you wouldn't know if it's a triple het, 50%
Right.
het, or a double het, 50% het. So that's the only thing in that case. But if the girl's ready now and you need the pair, I definitely would put the Enchi ODYB pied and just say this guy here, the second male, that's 500 grams, doesn't make it the size. You still got a pretty good pairing. Like you still got like, Xanthic pied 50% het clowns with Orange Dream, Yellow Belly, and Enchi mixed with the pastel GHI. So it's still a great pairing. But the only thing is if you only got an Enchi and say, this male did get the size and you did put him in, the only question you would have of who the daddy is that there was a single Enchi, because then you don't know if it came from the first male or the second. But most of the time you're going to get a combo. And when you get combos, you're golden. If you don't get any ODYB, you know who the dad is. So let's see. Where else? Oh, here's a question. I do not, but do you have any info on this? I can give some info from, secondhand.
No. Is that the new one? I don't know.
I think
I've only heard things about one of the lines that can have an issue sometimes with the latch needing to be tight, or the snake can get out. But everything else I've heard about is great.
Yeah, except that they're super heavy, and when you put the animals in, they're even super heavier. I've seen them. I think they're great. I've never used them, but I do. It's like anything. You're gonna have pros and cons to everything. You just got to outweigh it. Like, I mean, it's Yeah,
like they give you a better environment for the animals at a show for sure.
The whole premise, even driving to the show, you can have them connected and heated. I mean, they've thought of everything, really.
So that's the value proposition for it, and it depends on but you can't have that without additional weight and some other things.
Right. So if anybody else has these, unfortunately, Craig or I cannot answer this because we don't have these. I have heard many, things like, but it sucks that they're this and they're sucked that they're that. Yeah, but like Craig said, you're getting all this more bang for the buck. You gotta sacrifice it in weight, because you can't add shit to stuff and make it the same or lighter. Like, it doesn't work that way.
But also, I used to think they were a lot more expensive than ARS, and have recently learned they're not that much expensive more than ARS. So they're
almost double.
Good. Are they?
Yeah.
I was recently told that they weren't. Well, there you go.
I think an ARS is like $499 for a 3-tier. And I believe it's $1,099. I could be wrong for the first one with the controller, and you can add up to 3 others to the controller, and they're $899.
But that also includes lights too, right?
Correct. So
it's little apples and oranges.
Yes. So it is a little more
lights,
expensive,
controller,
but you get so much more. And
Yeah.
like I said, I don't know. I could be off on the numbers, but I reached out to them too because I'm moving out. I've changed all my old ARS. I want to find something different, or I'm going to get the new ones with the glass lids with different colors. I want to change it up. So I haven't decided what I want to do. I got until, I got 6, 7, 8 months before I need them. So I'll figure something out, or I'll do something custom. I don't know yet. So
Mission Morph says they use Next Level and love them.
Yep.
All in one. Pack night before, keeps temps, plug into vehicle, unload, then reverse. It's great. Scott, we love our next love our Next Level displays. Yes, they're heavy, but have heat at all times for them. It's worth it.
Virgil, leave my Cowboys alone.
Are you speaking to every other NFL team?
There's so many Cowboy fans. Andrew's a Cowboy fan. Miguel's a Cowboy fan. I feel sorry for you, but hey, you know what? I get it,
I remember when they were the shit.
Yep, they were. When I grew up
Staubach.
in the 70s, they were the shit. They were the team. It was crazy. Yeah, because then I went through the Aikman era,
Right.
So Starbuck, Aikman, they were the team, but not no more. So I did see that, Chad. So he bought a Cypress Fire Mojave Yellow Belly Het Clown female. That was 66 or 50 or 66% had hypo, and he tested it and it came back hypo. So not bad. Cypress Fire Mojave Yellow Belly double head hypo clown. Awesome. So
reminds me of a story I could tell.
Yeah.
Billy calls me last Tuesday morning and he says, Craig, you remember that Odie and she Calico Super Asphalt girl you bought from me last year? I said, yes. He said, how's she looking now? He says. And it turns out, Billy, why don't you tell it while I go get her and I'll put her on the snake.
Yeah.
Cam.
So my new gene I have here, I know where it came from. It came from a collection I bought back in 2017. And, I started popping this stuff out when I was breeding stuff, and I just calling it new gene. I find out now it's Scrambler. But what's really crazy about it all is I started going back, and some of these animals that I had from this collection, they were calling it Calico. So when I breed these animals over the last 3-4 years, when it looked Calico-y, I just call it Calico, because what else could it be? Calico in the female. Turns out it's all Scrambler. So I'm starting to look and I'm like, holy Christ, like this going back to Husbandry.PRO, going back even before Husbandry.PRO on my Excel sheets. Here's an animal, bred this. Let me go look. Oh, thank God I have it. So then there's a few that I went and I'm like, shit, I don't have this. Go to Morph Market, put a list up. Oh my God, who made this? Oh my God, who bought this? And I click on it, BashCoder. I'm like, oh my God, okay, cool. So I call them up. And what you're looking at here, when I originally made it, it didn't look like an Enchi Orange Dream Super Asphalt. It had to be Calico because Calico was in the pairing. But it's not Calico, it's fucking Scrambler. So what you're looking at now is a adult Enchi OD Scrambler Super Asphalt. Only one in the world. I have a lot of super freeway scramblers. It's funny because I knew I had a lot. I have a hell of a lot more than I thought. And I've been going through the collection. And if you see, this is so much brighter than an adult Enchi Orange Dream Super Asphalt. And look where Craig's hand is. Look at the pattern. It's all like that's one of the key things that Scrambler does is not only highlight everything. Look at the blushing in the dorsal, but that clean edge back end. And I could see where back in the day, before we knew what Scrambler was, how he, when I bought the collection, they called it calico because remember back in the day, sugar, and even now, when we saw sugar, it wasn't as white pixelated as calico, but it had that dragging, the alien head sort of bled together to make it look like a fireball and had some different coloration at the back. And especially with OD. So I've been calling this stuff calico. And I went in and I found 7 breeder females that were super orange dream, yellow belly, calico, het pied. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, holy fuck, like, this isn't even calico. Like, what the fuck? What did I make? Oh, 2020, 21, 22, 23. I'm like, wow. So a lot of it I've sold, not knowing, but I'm telling you, anybody that bought these calicos from me, when they find out it's Scrambler, they're not going to be pissed at all.
No,
like,
they're not going to be pissed.
Fuck, Billy, you sold me a calico and I got this Scrambler fucking amazing gene. I'm fucking pissed. I want my money back. I want calico. I'll take your Scrambler back, and I'll take your Scrambler back, and I'll give you a calico and then some if you want to swap it out. But yeah, it's crazy. But I'm glad
Didn't
you
hurt
got
my
it.
feelings.
And did you see my man Steve from Conduit Constrictors? He actually got one of my Enchi OD super asphalts that didn't have calico.
Yeah, right.
Night and day.
And it's a lot darker.
A lot darker. It doesn't have that tail drag and the coloration at the back. But yeah, it's amazing. And it's
I mean,
funny.
a good calico, you'll really see the white up the sides, you know.
Yep.
And this, I could see as hatchlings, this would look like a low expression, low white kind of.
And that's what just, you know, because when I look at the pairing, you know, I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, it has to be calico. It looks sort of calico. It's just a very low expression calico. But that's what I labeled it as and sold. But, you know, in 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, we didn't even know what Scrambler was. So now going through my racks, man, I'm so happy. Like, got the arsenal. And I've got so many double recessives. It's not even funny. Like, and I'll tell you one thing now. You heard this now. I love Scrambler. And I think Scrambler, what you see, what Mark Mandick has been doing, Chris Hernan, the stuff is mind-boggling. That's not even recessive stuff. You know, wait till you see it in recessives. Wait till and one thing it does is the oranges. It's like, man, like I'm so excited to get it into some other things and even seeing that's a super asphalt combo. Looks great as an adult. I'm really excited to see what people are going to do with Scrambler and the directions. I've already got it going into Monsoon. I've got it going into Sunset. I've got it going into Ultramel. I already have it in Hypopide. I already have it in Lavender Pied. So, here's another one.
This is a high OD Enchi Barnhart Black Pastel Scrambler Het Clown male, if I can get it under the camera.
Yep, show the back end, the tail. Nice and clean.
You see it comes up the sides a little bit.
And it's something that I've been studying too, because I have like I started noticing it mostly in my dreamsicle stuff, and that's where it came out, my dreamsicle stuff. So I've got a lot of lavender scrambler, pied scrambler, dreamsicle scramblers, and I kept it all back. I knew it was a new gene, so they're all proven breeders. So it's just looking at some stuff without. I think Orange Dream and Fire take it to another level. Even Calico, but I have Calico Scrambler, Het Pied, and Calico Scrambler Het Lav breeder females, and they're nice. but they ain't orange or they ain't crazy. When you add the OD and the fire and yellow belly and like it's next level. Like it just
And calico.
yeah. So, but one male that I have that I found, it's been sitting in my racks, never been bred, is a 1,600 gram. I had it labeled as a super orange dream, Enchi fire calico, super orange dream, Enchi fire calico, posh yellow belly. Well, it's Scrambler. So, and it's even calico. So it's calico and Scrambler. So
Yeah.
I have and I don't know if it's super OD or not because OD and Scrambler give it that intensity.
That's right.
So worst case scenario, I have an orange dream, Enchi fire, calico Scrambler, possible yellow belly. But he's going to a lot of crazy animals this year.
Awesome.
But I think Scrambler, from what I've seen and digging into seeing what people have done, and I really think it's the gene to have. I really do. So I'm excited about it.
I avoided it when I first saw it, when I first started hearing about it a couple of years ago at Tinley, because no one said this is Scrambler. They all said this was possible Scrambler, or I think it's Scrambler. And I was like, maybe that's just a little too advanced for me, a little too subtle. But
Yeah.
I didn't see it in the right combos to understand how it could be, and I hadn't seen enough examples of it.
Yep. So I have a lot. Like when I say a lot, I probably have 100. And that's just me being a hoarder and working with it for, almost 7 years and not even knowing it. It's almost like the Het Monsoon fucking replay. So, and when people are like, what are you doing with the new gene? What are you doing with the new gene? Well, the single gene Scrambler on its own looks to me, I call it like like it looks like an Enchi, a low expression Enchi and a low expression OD combined. It's nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And when you put it in pied, you can see it in lav, and I had it in some combos, and it's like, holy Christ, this is awesome. I've got dreamsicles. My best one is a pastel Enchi Scrambler dreamsicle male. He's breeding now, and the colors are intense. But it wasn't next level where, I'm not going to take this low end Enchi and low end OD combination and put it to my best stuff. So I just wanted to see what happened naturally. Just kept breeding it back and forth. Now knowing it's Scrambler, well, it's going to every super OD, yellow belly pied, my clown pieds, it's you need the yellow belly fire. And I'm also looking at other stuff. It's going to a lot of my super vanilla combos, my vanilla creams. But it's like Craig said, with the right combination, nothing touches it. Like if you like orange and you like crazy patterns, Scrambler's the shit. What's up, David? How you doing? Let me change this too. Go for Coco.
It's the Coco you go for.
Coco, you go for. Tags in the house. What's up? Look at this. Awesome. Look at you guys. Now you're 46. Ultrasounding, man. It's awesome.
That's great.
Oh, sorry to hear, Chad. Shitty night. So I'll be heading out. Hope everyone has a great week. Hope you have a great week too. And your night gets better.
It's better for you. Yeah.
Yes. He's probably long gone. That was half an hour ago. But Chad, man, cheer up, buddy. Hope it gets better for you. Oh, look at this. Now we're taking it up a notch. Fucking Clint.
No, I mean, he has a point here.
Yeah.
Pumpkin cheesecake is pretty.
When you start
awesome.
getting into cheesecake, it's a total different realm. Like, you know what I mean?
It is.
Now, yeah. So,
we need a tier ranking here, so we could say S tier.
Yeah. Okay. I live in the South. I'm going to say live, not I love. Well, you probably love the South and you live there too. But I live in the South and sweet potato pie is gross. Okay.
It's 4 vomit emoji gross.
Yeah. It's like, there's the rating. You wanted a rating, Craig? There you go.
There it is.
Here's the rating. Look
That's
at
F tier.
Gigi's rating it. Ba-bam. Okay. Ball stars. Question. Take it away, Craig.
What are your thoughts on the Mackenzie gene? Is it just me, but Mackenzie, Enchi, Zebra, and Striker all look the same to me?
They do. I believe Mackenzie and Zebra genetically come back different. I believe. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure I heard that. They are very similar. There's a lot of genes out there that are similar that aren't the same. And then there's a lot of genes that are similar that turn out to be the same, and I believe Hurricane, Trick, and Blitz are ones that have tested and came back the exact same genetically. I'm not sure on this.
Hurricane and Trick, you mean?
Hurricane, Trick, and Blitz.
Oh, all 3 of them the same? Yeah.
I believe. Yeah, I could be wrong, but I know Hurricane and Trick for sure, but I thought all 3.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not really into the genetic thing as much as I used to be. I'm just here doing my thing. But, within a few more years, I think things will be panned out. We're going to know what's going on. We're going to find different things. It'll come more together faster. We're going to find out that there's different lines of a lot of different things and they test differently and all that other good stuff. So Blaker's in the house. What's up?
Yeah, man.
Shauna Kana.
Hey.
What's going on? Oh, look at this. Yeah, I didn't think about that. If we're talking food, I'm having rack of lamb. Yeah. I had lamb in Belgium for one of my meals one night, and it was like, oh my God. Oh, so amazing. But yeah, I do like lamb. Let's keep going. And Luke also says, "What's up, everybody? Got to get the food part in first, and then hey, Billy and Craig. Hope all is well. Right back at you. Let's see, South Bay. Hey, Billy, thanks for the feedback on the 40 series tubs last week. Ordered my first Freedom Breeder rack last week, the 104040. Can't wait to upgrade from PVC to the good stuff. Phenomenal. I love it. And so I believe this is your first Pro Series rack, and I don't want to say, PVC stuff isn't pro, but to me, it's just, when you go, stainless or, ARS or Freedom Breeder, I think that's top of the food chain. You'll love them. They're just amazing all the way around. You're going to see how your animals and how it makes you feel looking at it and using it, and how I just think they do better in them myself personally. Congratulations. Like I'm happy for you. I love seeing people, invest in themselves, in their animals and grow. So that's awesome. Oh, look at you too. Look at this. I went ahead and ordered the Caxton 5600 from Oscar as well. Damn. Yeah. 2025 is going to be filled with changes. Yeah. That's awesome.
You'll like it.
Yep. That's awesome. Good. Way to go. Let's see. Oh, Rodent Restaurant. Rodent Restaurant. I fed my collection ASF, one feeding, and rats the next. Never had an issue with getting any stuck on either of them. I look at it like, who wants to eat cheeseburgers every time they eat? Wimpy from Popeye. He wants to eat cheeseburgers every time. That's all he eats. But besides that, I get it. No, I do think changing up the diet is good. But many of us, like when I first got into this, for the first 10 years, they just had Norwegians. That's all they had, ASFs were like, oh my God, you can't have ASFs. They're bad. They're only for the forbidden animals. And, and they were 5 times the price. And, now, with people learning and putting time in and actually sharing info and stuff, I'd rather feed ASF only. But
just make sure they're legal where you live.
Yes. And if you can't get ASFs, you got to look for the California deer mice. So, Mission Morphs. Here you go. A couple hamsters work well to get snakes back on eating. That was on strike for almost 7 weeks. Nice. 2 hamsters back to rats. No issues. That's awesome. And little things like that, a little change might just spark their interest or strike up a feeding response, which is amazing. So, there's a good thing. Quail just seems like such a waste. Pain to feed, less protein and meat, mainly bones. Yeah.
It's true, especially the small quail I have to feed one of my olive pythons.
Yeah.
It's just like beak and, but it's the only thing he'll eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. We've tried scenting mice and everything, and it's just got to be quail for this one snake. I've got 2 other olives that'll eat mice and rats.
Let's see. I'm just trying to go through a few to get caught up because I'm behind. A lot of good chat in the chat. So there's that Mission Morph comment about the
next
levels, which is good. Here's Scott and Jordan. We love our next level displays. Yes, they're heavy, but to have heat all the time, yeah, it's definitely it. Like, you get all the bells and whistles and all this extra stuff. You got to make a sacrifice and just in weight. Like, hey, it's not like you're carrying them around the whole show, right? You just got to load them to your fucking van or car, unload them, put them on the table, and do that again back. So that's what dollies are for, and going to the gym and building up your torso, or hiring someone.
Speaking of which, this was one of the great things about Bob Vu's Southeast Reptile Expo in Atlanta. And he had one in August, and he's having another one in February, February 15th and 16th in Atlanta.
Awesome.
Well, he did something, because he's been at all these different shows. So now he's running one. One of the things he figured out was it pays to have a few people hired to just help people get in and out with their stuff. And so he's got crew back there waiting to help you, because the alternative is nobody getting out quickly and everybody complaining and having a bad experience, schlepping all their gear around.
Bob fucking coming up with the next fucking
not a great idea.
It is a great idea. And it helps with the traffic flow. It helps with people like, there's a lot of us out here that ain't young fucking chickens anymore. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And to have somebody there just to help and just, that's amazing. Like, that's just taking things to another level. And awesome. Shout out to Bob Vu. No, it's awesome. So love the convenient factor of the next levels, but to me, they're just too dark. I like my booth to be bright and eye-catchy. But you can get them in white now, too. I believe they have different colors, or you can request. Because I have somebody here that has the black next levels and the white next levels. And he does black, white. Oh, speaking of that, he's in the chat. I don't know if he is anymore, but Blackheart Exotics. His logo and his company's black and white. So he has a black next level, then a white, then a black, then a white. And that's how he does it. So, let's see. Scrambler. Yes. Oh, Mr. James Bergman in the house. Bergman Reptile Room. What's going on, guys? Let's see. Kurt says the first model of displays needed additional support for the lights. Yes, I remember that because he actually came to the CRBE don't know when it was, 16 or 17. He came and he showed them to me. And one thing that I didn't like was the lights that he had and how it was a lot different. But apparently it's really resolved and it's actually done next level. I mean, it is next level, but it's actually, you know, he took feedback from many people and got it right.
That's great.
So, so speaking of Husbandry Pro, Will's Hella Heat, what do you do with animals when you get rid of them? I can't find an option to delete or take it off my animal list. Well, yeah, you go and you mark them as
Archived.
But once you archive them, you can never make changes. So I just make all my animals inactive, but I have an unlimited number. So if you have, even if you archive, make an animal inactive, it still adds to your count. So if your tier supports a certain count, is that it? Yes. So if you only have 500 animals and you have, say, 400 live and you have 100 that are inactive, you can't add any more animals. But I prefer, that's why I have the the top tier, the commercial. And I'm glad because now, for example, any of the animals that I have that I've now found as Scrambler and they're not Calico, I can go into my inactive and go and change that now from Calico to Scrambler. Or if it's Calico and Scrambler, I can add the Scrambler into that and make changes.
Once it's archived, there's nothing you can do.
Correct. Once you archive it, it's done. You can also go in to the edit animal page. So if you go in, Will, and you click on an animal and then click edit, if you go to the very bottom, in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see delete. And if you hit delete, it'll say a pop-up will come up. Are you sure? Because once you delete it, it doesn't save in archive. You can't have, not only you can't change anything, you can't even see you had it in there. So that's why archiving is better, because it comes off your total count of animals, but you can at least go back and look at it and have it as a record of it being in your collection and what it's done, all the breeding pairings it's bred, or where it came from and how you made it or where you bought it. All that info is there. Once you delete that animal and, the pop-up comes in and you say yes, you can never extract it back or get it back. So be careful how you do that. But for me, I don't delete or archive any animals. Because I have unlimited, I inactive. And what's great is, and what's been great for the inactive, I've sold some animals, marked them inactive because I've sold them. And then later down the road, they're like, hey, I'm getting out. Oh, cool. I just bring them back and I just click them back on. It's been awesome. I mark them from inactive to active, and now they're right back in my collection. So that's been a plus instead of typing it all in again. So Sammy's back. What's up? What's up?
On my gravestone, I'm just going to have it write inactive.
Inactive. There you go. That's actually nice. Not amazing. Inactive. Mm-hmm. Inactive. I'm just trying to go through some stuff. So Shane's Calico looks so much better in person than online. Super nice. Let's see. So pumped to see Ultramo Scrambler. Me too. If somebody sends me a text tomorrow or a message on Instagram, I will post, or I'm pretty sure I have one on there, but I have an asphalt Scrambler albino, not lav, albino. Okay. This thing is nuts. Okay. It's yellow and then it goes orange. It's nuts. I can't wait to see it in Ultramel, especially with like other things added. I'm like I said, this year I've got it in Sunset, Monsoon, and MJ Exanthic, of course, and Ultramel. I've already got it in Hypo, Pied, Ultramel, Hypopide, Ultramopide, Banana. I got it in Super Asphalt. I got it in Freeway. I've got a lot of it, and I can't wait to see what it does. Jeremy, what's going on, my man? Bod's Exotics in the house. Colorfully vulgar. How you doing?
What's up, Dan?
There you go. Putting my Scrambler clown pied to a yellow belly calico clown head. That's gonna be fucking retarded.
It's awesome.
Wow. It's amazing. I just trying to keep going. Dwight says Scrambler Lace and Monsoon on my list. There you go.
I'm going for super, and she's super OD Calico Fire Scrambler DHS next season. Wow. What's DHS?
Double hets.
Double hets. Oh.
So I have what I have a super OD. Well, I'm pretty sure it's super OD, but if not, OD, Enchi, Calico, Fire, Scrambler. And I'm pretty sure it's yellow belly, but it's hard to see, but I'm pretty sure. And he's going to a lot of my doubles, and you know, I got him going to a lot of stuff. And I'm going to be cutting fucking eggs this year. And we are going to be doing a lot of videos for YouTube. And we're doing them a different way. And most of my egg cuttings, you're going to need sunglasses when I open these fucking eggs up, man. I might even get my own pair while I'm there so I don't blind myself even more. Just when I'm like, oh my God.
You need giant sunglasses to go with your giant scissors, Billy.
Maybe, man. Yeah. I'm going to hook it up. But yeah, I'm really excited. K&D Reptiles in the house. What's up? How are you?
How's it going, guys?
Oh, Craig. Not Craig, Jesus. Charlie.
Charlie.
It's Craig.
Man, Charlie's really killing it in the 15 minutes of lame. It's
Awesome.
like Darren Sloan from Sloan Moore's, Charlie Ryan from Reagan Renee, Josh and Alicia from Herp and Harbins.
Yeah, I saw their workout video.
Yeah. These three are really crushing it. They're the ones to beat at the moment. There's like 20 some contestants, 21 contestants. So make sure you vote every day, guys, for your favorites.
Oh, King, first year with the ultrasound. I'm still struggling to find out what I'm looking for. So I do have some videos. It's very easy once you get the hang of it. So look up, Austin and I did a ultrasound video maybe about a year ago. If you can find it, we go into depth how to use it, how to move. You know, a lot of people keep dragging it. It's not where you find it. It's when you put it on. No matter where you put the probe, okay, you should be able to find a follicle because you just you move the probe back and forth. There you go, Craig. So you take the probe, and people like to move the probe to find stuff. You know, it's not the probe. You put it down there, and you basically rotate the probe so that the sonic waves or the light or whatever is going down, and it bounces off what it sees, and that's usually the follicles. If you have an issue, hit me up on Insta, and I can try to work it out with you.
Oh, and someone else mentioned about make sure you get a linear probe for reptiles.
Correct. So the ones that we get right from the manufacturer, they come with linear probes. The proper one comes with a foot pedal. They're awesome. I love the Caxon 5600. Yeah, because sometimes you can get a curved array, and they're great for humans, but not for snakes. They still work, but you just don't see much. And And thinking of putting Scrambler into my sunset stuff. Orange is my favorite color and want to try to make something that's bright orange. Way ahead of you, man. Way ahead of you. But I do think that, you know, Scrambler in sunset with some other combos will make that next level. I'm hoping. 319 in the house. So Mission Morphs says, Billy, seen a lot of IGs from you in the last day or so. You catching up or your person start already? So we can start seeing more Austin Snake. No, that's me. So I have sort of stopped. Like, and that's the thing. I've got on, I've looked at people's work and I'm like, hey, this is what I do. And I've got a phone call with them. And I'm like, well, let me just see, blah, blah, blah. And I never hear back from them. You know, I guess they're afraid to get into, you know, and a lot of these content, you know, or Instagram, social media managers, you don't even have to come to the facility. I can send you the pics if you need, but they're terrified. So, you know, that was a while. For the last couple months, I've had so many other things on the go. So I'm trying to do a lot of it myself. But
terrified of the snakes?
Well, I mean, you know what? I talk to them on the phone, tell them what I do. And, you know, this is what I expect and what I want. And I never hear back from them, you know? So, you know, I'm willing to pay you what you want, but, you know, I don't hear back from them. So I guess I'm not their cup of tea. They don't want to do snakes. Okay, no problem. I get it. Not a problem, you know? So, but I am working on stuff too. I am going to start posting more. I've got my 2025 breeding plan in effect. I've got a lot of stuff. I'm very hyper focused on a lot of things, which I'm really happy. This is going to be my best season ever. And this last season, it was okay. I missed a lot. There's a few things I wish I did differently. Now this year, I'm in a total different zone right now, and I'm really happy with the progress and everything that I've done. And I'm, you know, I'm really excited for this year. It's almost like, you know, even getting back to doing YouTube, I'm doing it differently. I'm going to do it better. I'm really excited about everything. So, that being said, I'm going to put more into stuff and want to do more. And I got a lot more ideas that are starting to come through. I got a lot of stuff off my plate. So the stuff that I really want to get to, the meat and bones, is coming. So I'm really excited for you know, 2025 for sure. And you're going to start seeing, like now, a little bit of dribs and drabs of new stuff. But I ain't fucking around, man. That's definitely what I'm doing, you know. Meters Morphs says, watched Always Evolving Python's video featuring Billy, Adopt the Ball Facility. He has something special. Yeah, can't wait. So I'm getting my racks hopefully delivered there in January, February. And April or so, I'm going to ship my animals and start having my facility and breeding in Europe. I already have, you know, about 10, 15 animals over there right now, breeding with Jean-Francois. So, you know, so many cool things coming, you know, future. So.
Yep. I've ordered bulletproof glass for my facility after watching that. There's just too many bullets flying around here.
Yeah. No, I get it. You should, man. Let's see. I'm just going to go on. Wimpy. I'll gladly pay a Tuesday for a hamburger today. Yes, I'm old. Yeah. Olive oil, Brutus, and Bluto. There's few.
This is Mission Morph Senior then, not Junior.
That's awesome.
I think it's father-son team, right?
That's awesome. Let's see. So I was breeding ASFs and they were not calm at all. Well, that's because, you know, whoever had them before, mine, I can actually take handfuls of them, put them on me, and then pull them off one at a time. They don't bite. They don't never had a chew in 5 years. Any rats, if you get a chew out, bye-bye whole colony. Euthanize the whole colony. They get fed off. It's a learned behavior. Mine I can pick up. I can pet. They're awesome. I can pick them up from the neck. They're phenomenal.
But why was I hear this a lot though? I hear this from folks that they're just mean. Is it just depend on your colony or what?
I would imagine so, because I know back in the day they were like that too. You just got to sit there and make them, calm. I'll be doing a video on ours shortly. So it is very hit and miss finding big follicles. I don't think I use enough pressure. Well, it's not that. If you can see follicles, if they're not big follicles, it just means they're not building. So on a female will always have 2, 3, 4 millimeter follicles, no matter what. Okay, they will always have follicles present. They only grow if she's building. So what you want to do is once a month, ultrasound your females and see when they build. That's what we do. Once a month, ultrasound the females. Once a month. So if they don't have big follicles, you'll never find them.
It does take practice, though. It really does. And kind of you get a feel for where on the snake to try, and you get a feel for how to hold them in a way that they're not squirming around all the time, and you get a feel for how to look for both oviducts. Yeah. And eventually, I have a thing where if I can't find the follicles, I'll just put it down and try it the next day, and then I find them sometimes,
Yeah, I've even had that too. And if they're in deep shed, sometimes you can't penetrate that layer of skin and don't really see anything. I think that's one thing that you learned here was the 2 oviducts. Was it not when you were here, when you came up, we were showing you?
Yeah. Showing how to see each oviduct. And by doing that pivot, you're looking across at a different angle, and you can see, and there's 2 oviducts alongside each other,
left and a right.
And you can see what's in each of them.
Dream Exotics, hello from Bulgaria to everyone. Finally able to see you live again. Billy already knows what it is to be up at this time at one of the European time zones. Yes. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. All the way from Bulgaria, Dream Exotics. Awesome. Let's see. Look at this. Everything at Bob's show was first class, all the way from as far from the vendor side.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm just trying to get them. This is all about archive. I don't see archive or inactive. Okay.
Would it be status?
Yeah, you got to look at the status. 1 second. Oops, no, I can't do that. 1 second. 1 second. Cancel. Let me just see here.
So if I go to a mail and you say edit.
Why is it not letting me log in? Oh, I know why. I'm in admin. Hold on. I'm trying to log in.
I'm looking at an animal, and I'm looking at the edit.
Do you want to pop it up? I was just trying to do it on mine, but I have to. So do you want to bring your screen on? Share the screen?
Sure. Hold on just a second here. I don't know where it is either. I'm just trying to find it.
So I'll show you. So just pop the screen on. So share the screen.
I'm working it.
And I will show you where you find how to go from active, inactive, on hold, sold. Okay, so now, but you're in an animal, right? So watch. If you go to the very bottom of the animal, very bottom, there's delete. You don't want to do delete because that takes it totally away. Now go back. Oh,
we mean back one?
Status. See where it says active? No. No. So see where it says active, status? Hit that. There's inactive, active, so you can change it. So that's what you want to do. So this animal's active. If Craig sells it, he can put it as archived to get it off his system, off of his count. He can mark it sold. He can mark it inactive is what I do. Now, in order to see this, go to animal list. Okay, now you see how this, I never have all. So you see how, go to the all, up at the top on the right. Nope, right, yep. See all? That'll show you archive. That'll show you every animal. I never do that. I always put it on active. So click it, right? So you have nothing
inactive, active.
Now active. So if you have any animals that you have sold and then you have marked inactive, they're there. Now have you put so I never have it on all because I don't need the, see thousands of animals.
I don't have any inactive.
What about archived?
I don't think I have any archived either. I have maintenance to do on the animals I've sold.
Okay, so the thing is, so if you go all, click it.
I don't think I've archived any.
Okay, nothing. So I would leave that, and anybody that's listening, I would leave it always as active. I only want to see my active animals because for myself, I've sold thousands. I've sold thousands of animals. I don't want to have to scroll. Oh, do I have any enhancer pides? Enhancer pides. I don't want to.
It remembers. Sorry.
Yep.
It remembers what you do. So I went back to add an animal, then I go back to list. I think I've deleted everything that I've sold. I don't think I did archive or inactive. I think I just deleted them.
Right. So I don't recommend that.
Yeah.
So that's how you are. Yeah, that's how you see your lists. Because when I mark an animal sold, right? When I edit the animal sold, I put the customer who bought it, and then I mark it as sold. And then when it's ready to ship to the US, I go to the sold and I see all the animals. And once I ship them, then I go and I mark them inactive. So now I know my animals are sold, but they're still in my facility. So it's a great tool. So hope that helped you, Will. Let's see. Smash the like button. Listen to Mitts. Get it done. I just think I'm impatient. I know we all want to see big ass follicles. Yep. But you like Craig said, you do need to get the hang of it. And once you know what you're looking for, and like I said, if you can't get, hit me up, I'll work you through it. Watch one of the videos that Austin and I do. We really go into detail how to do it and and the sort of the technique. But you will get more comfortable with it over and over and over the more you do it. What's up, Melinda?
When you see Austin kind of move the probe down, he'll go like this, and then he'll do that, and move it down, and he'll do that.
Yeah.
Move it down and do that.
Oh, yeah. And I don't even like Ultramel. What's up, Holly? Welcome, welcome. Royal Temptations picked up an OD Scrambler Pos Calico from Chris Hernan before he knew he had it. Got lucky. Awesome. Yeah. So.
Well, he knows he has it now.
Yep. Let's see. Oh, wow, look at this. Thanks, everyone. On a good note, I successfully made an invoice in Husbandry.PRO with a deposit and payment plan. Sold the first VPI Xanthic Pied. So excited. Congratulations. It's awesome.
That's great.
I'm so excited because I'm going to start using invoice system more myself. There's a lot of things that I'm doing and changes that I'm working on. And the new next Husbandry.PRO should be coming out soon. And when it does, it's a game changer. Like I'm
soon.
I'm so soon. I'm so excited. But yeah, it's Husbandry.PRO. I love it. Like I love it. Does everything I want and then some. Let's see. Yeah, the old man, not our son, hit 54 Saturday. 54, baby. Yeah.
Then at 54, you hit it. And then once you get up to 60, you're pushing it. So you hit 54, but you push 60.
Push 60. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, there we go. Some Husbandry.PRO users standing out, popping it through. Let's see. Codex says, I'm going to need some of the double recessive Scrambler stuff, sir. Yeah, like I said, I am putting it into a lot of long-term projects. But now that I have some of these, like, animals, I know what people are doing and I know what I like and I know where I want to take it. Because when you see some of these animals that Chris has, it's mind-blowing. Can't wait to see it in Pied, in Ultramel, in Lav, in Hypo. And I already have some, but I don't have, like my most powerful double visual is a pastel Enchi Scrambler Dreamsicle breeder male. My next one is an Orange Dream Scrambler Hypo Pied breeder male. Right? So I've already got that. And then I've got two Scrambler Dreamsicle breeder males. So I've already got 4 Scrambler combo double recessives, breeder males. Never mind the army of females I have. I want to see those with, Enchi, Calico, Yellow Belly, OD. I'm really, pushing it. Black Pastel. I want to see what it does in Confusion. I'm putting that into my Confusion and my GHI stuff, my Asphalt stuff, Yellow Belly. Like there's so much to do. And I really, really, really think Scrambler is the thing that, I'm so excited on. Like I'm going nuts with it. So it might be the one thing that makes Sunset look Sunset. Keep that color. You never know.
Plus hypo.
So,
I saw a great Sunset Pied recently that it seemed like the part of the pattern that might go brown never gets a chance to fully form in some pieds. And you just end up with the orange part. It's pretty cool. Like how on a pied, the pattern doesn't get to fully form,
Yep.
And so it was a really gorgeous looking Sunset Pied. It was also $15,000 or something. It was very expensive.
So Jeremy and Holly says, one more note about follicles and ultrasounding. When you find the follicle, rock the probe up and down or back and forth. Okay, don't move it. Keep it on the snake and rotate it. Okay, rock it back and forth. And you'll see the follicles go big and then small, and then big and then small. Rotate it to where it's at its largest, freeze it, and measure.
And if you're by yourself and you don't have like the Keixen has a freeze foot pedal you can rig up. But if you're doing it by yourself, you can quickly stop and press freeze, hit Cineloop, and then roll your mouse to the left and it'll back up your frames, and then you hit escape, and then you can measure from there.
Sunset Ultramel looks great as an adult. I definitely agree. Putting Scrambler in there with some other stuff, I think it'll look even better. Any idea when Scrambler tests will be available? We held back what we think is a Super OD Yellow Belly Enchi Calico. The Scrambler, I know here they're still working on Monsoon. Once Monsoon's done, I think they're going to work on Scrambler next. We have a lot of Scrambler tests sheds in from Mr. Mandic and other people. I've got a lot now too, but it's great to see the visual. And that's the funny thing is, like, if I show you stuff that I was calling calico, it kind of looks calico. But once you see Scrambler, it's like, oh, dude, that's fucking Scrambler. How did you not know? Well, we didn't know until about a year ago, right? So if somebody sold me an animal as calico and I make something that looks kind of calico and it's not something else I've ever made, because I know, like with Craig's, I've made Enchi OD Super Asphalts. I've made probably 10 of them. I still have some here. Well, this one looks totally different. Well, it's got to be the calico. Well, it's not calico. It's Scrambler. So it's awesome. Scrambler. Love it. Love it. And has anyone noticed Scrambler in Pied brings twice as much pattern back than Enchi does? So Scrambler saves Pied. So I can't wait to see what Scrambler and Cinnamon does. Scrambler and Black Pastel. Scrambler and everything else. Because if Scrambler keeps the pattern, whoa, we just opened up a whole new market for fucking Pied. So I'm excited. I'll tell you that. So but yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, the more I look in and try to learn Scrambler, man, I love it. Like, it's just like, wow, I'm excited. And I like being excited because it's something new to me. Now I get a whole new gene I can work with and put it in stuff I really like. So I'm happy.
Yeah, man.
Actually, I think I just put this one up on Morph Market. But I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
That's just a Super Orange Dream Scrambler Pos Yellow Belly Het Pied.
It's great.
Yeah, it's just the colors and they look great as adults. That's one thing about I like the Scrambler stuff. It ages beautifully. Beautifully. So if it ages beautifully and adds oranges, we can put it in sunset and change sunset and make sunset age beautifully and give it more oranges instead of losing it all and brown out. And if we can take Pied and put more pattern in Pied, wow. Like, it, you know, people like, oh, you have to have Enchi and Pied because it brings more pattern. Scrambler puts more pattern in than Enchi. So, and I can show you some and you'd be like, holy shit, but I won't show you now. It's waiting for a video down the road. So if you think about it, I've been making this crazy stuff for 7 years and I've hardly got rid of any of it because I didn't know what it was. Well, now I know what it is. Watch out. I'm excited. And there's so many awesome people paving the way to make it look great because I already know there's stuff that I need to buy to get in here because I don't have it. So there's some crazy stuff. Scrambler for the win. Let's see. Love how Scrambler smudges and blushes the belly tail. I love the highlighting. But it's funny because if you don't have OD or fire or anything else on that, it just looks like a blah snake. It still looks good, but it's like, you know, it unlocks all that amazing stuff. Let's see. Let me put up this banner now. I'm going to put up US ARC. And let me put up. Thank you all for being part of tonight's live and the continued love and support from both myself and to this man, Craig. Even sick, he still shows up to hang out with all of us. Such a trooper. I just hope you get better because, like last week, you know, you still had it. So it's this has been like almost 10 days now. You had it.
Yeah.
Fucking get rid of it, dude. Like, you don't have to hang on to it. Have it for 4 or 5 days and get rid of it. Don't hang on to it.
I'm good at what I'm good at.
I guess, yeah. It's like that you're hanging on, you know? Don't hang on. Let her go, bro. Let her go, bro. Let her go.
I want my pain. I need my pain.
That way I get to drink my purple.
Who knows the movie reference? Put it in chat if you know the movie reference.
Smash the like, y'all. But yeah. Any other questions, put in the chat. And yeah, what else?
Well, it's been a while since we got an update on your facility and all the changes you've made to all your you know, you've reworked a bunch of stuff.
Yep. This tomorrow, we're going to be putting up TVs, a couple TVs and stuff. I do want to do like a facility tour. I'll probably do that on YouTube. So I'm going to take there's a lot of little tiny things that are just missed and matched. I had somebody that bought a 50-20 rack and a 70-30, a 1070 rack, and their plans, they bought it, you know, before the CRBE, and it was just so busy. And me being in Europe, I got back, I talked to him last week, and I'm like, hey man, these racks are ready for you in the incubator and your animals. And he's like, things can come up. I might be moving out west, blah, blah, blah. So he wants me to repost and sell those 2 racks. So they're still sitting in here. So I got to just sort of move stuff around. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to move stuff to one side where it's nice and clear, sort of film it, and then stop it, and then move the stuff out and then do the next section. So I'm going to try to make it as nice as possible. But I do want to show that, you know, because everybody that comes is like, holy shit, this looks way better. And I'm happy. I'm so much happier the way it is and how things are working. And I'm so now in tune. I've been going through HUSBANDRY.PRO and I've got everything logged in, and it's exciting. Like I'm super happy. Austin was in on Thursday and we ultrasounded and we found probably 5-6 gravid females and a whole bunch that just need like another lock or 2, and then they're coming, and you know, it's already starting to ramp up heavy. So really excited.
Nate is saying it looks like we missed some of his comments.
Who?
Nate from TRM Exotics.
Try to see my comments. Yeah, hold on.
Oh,
later,
this is
guys.
probably it.
Oh.
Billy, my sound was off when you described the follicles. I'm like, what's going on here? Thought this was a kid-friendly show. It's a dysfunctional family-friendly show. Nate, it's
oh my
some
God.
F-bombs may occur.
No, his sound was off when I was describing the follicles. So I guess when I was doing this, or
yeah,
it didn't look good. Yeah, so his sound was off. They're used to the fucking F-bombs, okay? So
yeah.
But when his sound's off, I'm doing like, yeah. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I see it now, eh? Yeah, you just
No, Bill. Okay.
Oh my God.
Wait, I should have just next time you do that, I'm just gonna do that.
Jesus. We are a dysfunctional family. That's for sure. Oh my God. Clipped. Oh my God, love it. Morphmatics. Got my new ARS rack today. Should I wait to move my breeding females till they lay or go ahead and move them? They're still a few months away from laying. Great question. Honestly, for myself, if I can wait, I'm going to wait. The only reason being said, I've had great success moving animals during breeding season, and I've had disaster. The last from moving from my old facility to this facility, I did not move them until they laid. Okay. But if you don't have the space or you need to move them, what I would do, okay, you don't want to give them too much change or change their hormones because it'll affect, it just changes something. They can reabsorb, they can, slug out. But if you're not moving them, like, in a car or, for a number of hours, what I would do, and I do this even in my own facility when I'm moving an animal from my whole back room now into the adult room, I will get a little bit of fresh cocoa in the new grow up tub, in the new adult tub. I take the whole tub from the whole back room. I put it on the table. I basically, have it new fresh water. I take a good majority of the cocoa that's in the tub that has their scent, and I throw it on top of the cocoa. Instead of just taking it out and putting it all on fresh cocoa, I move, and I do this every single time. And because I find that it has their scent, they've been on it, the cocoa's there, you take it. Of course, if it's soiled, you don't move it. But if it's wet, I just move it and I sprinkle it around the new tub. And then I put the snake in and I carefully do it. So if you were going to do that, you don't want to have it where, oh, now I'm putting on a different type of bedding. You don't want any new major changes to that animal while she's building or while she's gravid. That's just my opinion. I don't know how much it plays, but I know if their hormones are off, it affects the breeding. And you hear people like, oh, yeah, I moved my collection and yeah, I fucking, I didn't have a good year. I've had great and I've had bad. If I can control it the best I can, I'd rather play my odds and not move them. But if you are moving them just from a rack to rack, same cocoa, that's what I would do. So, oh, and here's somebody here. Don't move them. Moved my 15 snakes, 15 across the room 1 year and had a terrible year. Yeah, so I agree. If you don't have to, I wouldn't. But if you have to, definitely try to make it as quick transition, move the cocoa over. And like I said, I do that just moving it from one tub in my room from and these aren't even gravid females. I take an animal that's now, 1,100 grams, 1,000, 1,200. Now she's moving up to the adult room. I still sprinkle some of the cocoa from that tub into the new tub. But I've heard many people, and I've experienced both. I wouldn't move them if you don't have to. But that's one time, not a lot of proven data. I've had both. I think if I probably had more of a negative effect than I did over the years. And that's why when I moved to this facility, I kept the other facility and I only moved them after. So, why roll the dice if you don't have to? I definitely play it safe. Here we go. Moving is bad. I moved from Florida to Indiana, then to a new house, all in the same year. It was a bad year last year, but that may be a little extreme. Correct. So, moving cross country next year may miss the season. What's up, Hales? But yeah, honestly, I agree with Charlie. And I said that earlier. If you don't have to, I wouldn't, but if you do, try not to make definitely don't change the bedding. Oh, I'm going to try Cypress now. No, like whatever bedding you have, you keep doing it, but use the stuff that they've already been in to add in. But if you don't have to roll the dice, I wouldn't. What's up, Blake? How you doing, my man? Thanks for popping in.
Jeremy, when you had that bad year, I remember about a year ago, you sort of posting like you were sort of at your wit's end with the whole breeding thing. Did that contribute to that? Seems like I remember.
Yeah. And I've had more probable negative effects of moving animals or buying a collection and moving them. And I've had good, but I think more negative, and to the point where I kept the extra expense and I didn't move them over until they laid. So Hales said, moved everything into a new 5540 ARS rack from PVC. Hope it don't kill my year. I did the same. I did use the same bedding, so hopefully that helps. Yeah. So with females, when they're developing follicles and they're breeding, any major change will throw off their hormones and fuck up what's going on inside, from my understanding. And that's why a lot of this change throws their hormones off. And that's why you get slugs or they reabsorb or you have these bad seasons. But that being said, I've moved a collection. It's like, holy shit, I'm going to, let me just cross my fingers, and it panned out. But then I've had stuff that didn't. So Snakes for the Memory says, yeah, it was a real cluster year, Craig. Everything just added up to being bad.
Yep.
Full Tilt, what's up? How you doing? Fellow Canadian in the house.
See Blake checking in.
Is to leave the girls that are going to a breeder friend and ship them and the babies when they hatch. Yeah. So yeah, even when breeding, I won't even do a full clean. That area I spot clean. I hardly do full cleans, and I don't even spot clean when I'm breeding. When I'm breeding, when I'm breeding, I'll clean and spot clean. But once I know that they're over 30 millimeters or 3 centimeters, once I know and I put the black clip on, which means don't pair and stop feeding, I don't even spot clean. I leave the little urates they have. I don't want to change anything, in that tub. I do open it up and add water. That's about it. So minimal.
I think they do that on purpose. And you put a male in with a female, and one of the first things they do is start putting out urates.
Yep. But they also do that
or worse.
Cage or worse. Yeah. I've had a few of those. Thankfully, not as many as, but, and I hope it is for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But
glad you stuck in there. I bet you had good people around you telling you to stick with it. Glad you hung it out.
So, but yeah, everybody, we'll do the outro, and thanks for popping in again, spending some time with us, and hope you get better, Craig.
Thank you. I'm on the mend.
That's good. Let's do this. And boom.
My channel, my content, I'm the man with the Morse. Billy Rose in the house,
Craig.
breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Yo, it's Billy Rose, let me tell you a tale. From the heart of Canada, where the pythons prevail. Got the rack stack high, morphs that'll make you smile. From clowns to ultra males, I'm running this reptile now. Started from the bottom, now collections elite. Feeding ASF, every snake gets a treat with the community tight. I'm the breeder you seek. Mutation, creation, every day of the week. Social media buzzing, see the followers grow. On YouTube, Instagram, watch the Billy Rose show. The hacks into the giants, got the genetics unlocked. In the reptile game, I'm the TikTok of the clock. Channel my content, I'm the man with the Morse. Billy Rose in the house, breaking down those doors. Mutation, creation, making waves, that's the norm. With the snakes in my hand, feel the power transform. Cold scissors in hand, cutting clutches with flair. Reppin' Toronto, Canada, you know I'm rare. Team Ultramel strong, colors vivid and bright. In the world of ball pythons, I'm shining the light. Handling the pythons with precision and care. Every stripe, every pattern, got the flair to compare. Networking worldwide with friends. Living out the dream, the commitment to the shows. Repping hard every day with the fans and the fam in the game we stay. Got the dedication, the fire and the drive, and the reps are revolution. We're keeping it alive. From the incubators warm to the racks all aligned. Billy Rose got the knowledge with a mastermind. With every snake that hatches, another goal we find. Mutation, creation, always one of a kind. My channel, my content, I'm the man with the morph. Billy.
It's so long. We got to get a new one. Have Craig in there. Got to get a new one in. Mitzi Ann dancing away. So, yeah, everybody have an amazing, amazing rest of the night and awesome week. Keep doing what you're doing.
Complete me. You complete me.
That's a little scary there, Craig. Someone locked that in. Me doing this and you can make me. Oh, my God. I like that outro. Yeah. That was Mike from Herb Collectors had it on when I was one of the guests, and I'm like, "Oh man, can you send it to me?" It is long though, but it is fire. It is fire. But yeah, I'm excited to get like a lot of stuff coming. I will be posting a lot of stuff. I'm pairing now. I gave you a little taste of some of the pairings that I've had this week. This week I got a whole bunch of others. I'm really excited about this season and all the other good stuff. So pretty awesome.
Have an awesome week, everyone.
Get better, Craig. Thanks for your time, like always. And good night, everybody.